Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully you can hear me. This camera doesn't have very good sound. Today I am working on my Terratrike Path. These old paths, they need a lot of maintenance every once in a while. Because they run on these bushings for your steering, not like the newer ones today. Still trying to keep this one on the road. Costs a little bit of money every couple seasons, or every season you got to buy a bunch of parts for it and stuff like that, and the wheel alignment is never really spot on, so you go through tires a lot. And on my Instagram you'll see a lot of worn out tires on my journeys and stuff like that. I carry an extra tire with me and an extra tube, and so yeah, today we're working on this, the bushings for my kingpins and stuff. They fit in here. But right now they fit a little too tight. They don't roll in the steering arm quite as smooth as I like, and they tend to wear out quicker. So I take a little piece of sandpaper and I sand down the inner insert of the bushing just to give a little bit more roll so it doesn't get stuck and eat into the frame. Now I was going to rust you down here. I got this tiny little tripod from the dollar store. Hopefully the camera don't tip. So I take this here and I take my fine grain sandpaper. Takes a little bit of time, and I just roll it in there. Try and wear it down a little bit so that it rolls inside this guy here, just like this one does. Nice smooth roll. That way the bushing doesn't wear as fast and it doesn't chew into the frame. And I know it's they're brass, they're a little bit softer than the steel frame, but still I like to wear it down a little bit to give it a little bit more turn. Then I also got to work on my tie rods. They're a little stiff, which makes the steering exhaustingly tight, and I don't like that when I'm riding. My Trike Trekker has very smooth and nimble steering, but this one is tight, and I try to soften it up as much as I can. Yeah. So the weather is wonderful out here. Today we're sitting at 18 degrees. Best day yet for this spring. I'm just sitting out here enjoying the weather, working on my daily driver, bringing back a little life into it. These old trikes are a little bit more maintenance than the newer ones. The newer ones have indirect steering, and they're all bearings, which is really nice. These ones are metal on metal steering, which gets a little tight sometimes, especially if you ride through the rain like I do. The rain, the snow, parts get dirty, and you got to keep on them, because if they start rusting, rust is like a cancer. It'll start eating everything. And with the rarity of these paths not being made anymore, I want to see if I can keep it on as long as I can. Because unlike my Terratrike Trekker, this one can hold a lot more weight when it comes to my touring adventures. So I can pack a lot more gear on them. So this Terratrike here is good for 300 pounds. So that's a good weight. So I have room to not have to worry about busting anything. Not that I ever have. Yeah, we'll see if that fits. Looking for, like I said, looking for a nice smooth roll. Nice smooth roll. Still tight. Still a little tight. The bottom bushing, I don't worry too much about it, because the bottom bushing doesn't take the weight like the top bushing does. When you're doing that, you want to make sure that your top bushing can roll good, which it does. My top bushing likes to, because when you sit on a bike, all the weight goes to the top bushing. The bottom bushing is just there. If that makes sense. I'm not saying I'm a master at working on trikes. This is my first couple of years with trikes. And I'm just learning as I go along. I think that should be good. We'll get that fitted in there. A little grease on it. Now the grease will stop it from the frame from rusting, because I got some bare metal down here from the wear, right? I think I'll put a little bit of gun grease on it. Find it here, and that'll prevent the water from collecting on the frame. Help preserve there, because we don't want any rust. Rust is the enemy, my friends. Rust is the enemy. Rust is the enemy. There we go. We'll kind of fit that back on there. It rolls nice and smooth. Doesn't hurt to throw a little grease in there, but I think that'll be okay. Okay, here's my kingpin. There goes my camera's gonna fall. Oh! There we go. Kind of stick that in there, like so. Sometimes the kingpin's a little snuggly. There we go. Get my wrench, trusty wrench. Kind of push that up there. Oh! There you guys go. Hope you're okay. Welcome back. You guys went on an adventure. How was your trip? It's kind of I gotta get a better tripod. Got this iJoy Jolly Rancher type dollar store tripod. Okay. Now, with your kingpin bolts, you kind of want to have Loctite on them, but I don't have Loctite, so I'm not going to. It's not that majorly important. It's not like you're, racing at the speed of sound. I think the highest I get is 12 kilometers an hour. So it's not like you're going highway speed or anything, breakneck speed. I had an annoying thing happen the other day while I was riding home. There was a guy on this bridge where I live. It's called Finley Bridge, and he ran into me. I saw him coming, and I thought he saw me, being bright yellow I am with a big flag, but he didn't see me, and he ran right into my other trike. And my other trike, the tie rods are in the front, opposed to in the rear like the Terratrike is, and he ran right into my tie rod. I mean, it doesn't look bent. It doesn't look bent at all, but I don't know. It's hard to see with the naked eye, but if it starts wearing, I'm going to be a little annoyed, because that junk is not cheap. And my Trident Trekker is mint. Like, it's only been ridden, I think, about 50 or 60 kilometers, so it's brand new. Like, the brakes haven't even broken in yet. They still have a little, the clean bare brakes. They don't have any wear on them at all. So I was a little annoyed, to say the least. And I was tired, and I hadn't had a coffee at all. So I was not a happy camper. So yeah, let's see if we can get some oil in on that. That could be part of the reason why my steering's so tight too, is the tie rods are just rock tight. Let's see if I can get my seat off. Let's see what the heck is going on there after I finish dealing with my steering. So that looks like it's doing pretty good. Let's throw the wheel back on there. So yeah, thought I'd give you guys a little heads up on what's going on. There's the path. There's the finished product. Looks good, turns good. Alright, thanks for helping me with this. Have a good day. Peace.